Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, um, I'm really going to talk about the Annihilator because in the last video I completely gone wrong. I'm sorry for that, but I completely got wrong with the last video. Why completely gone wrong? Of course, because I checked only the Annihilator on the paper right here, only here. And no one could really go studying the armor of this tank. So this video will even help you how to study tanks generally and how to and even if you make a mistake, I think you can make even here YouTube you can just remake the video. I don't want to put that away. Um, I'm probably make it private or not. I will see because I surely put some things on that video that I will never put here. So first of all, we are going to see new balanced changes as you see here. Now there is the armoring model of these tanks. The agent, a tier 6 collection mid light tank and STG. That is quite nice tank, honestly, not the bad one. Of course, the crown wagons, I just told you, if you like cooldown tanks, grab them. If you don't grab them. Some changes, this will become a premium. Concealment buffs for Tankenstein, Gravedigger, Smasher, P43, Scavenger, Nightmare, some buffs on the speed of the M7, A20, Matilda, nerfs on the M5, buffs on the Mix and the Earth. These buffs are only in the Gun Mantlet, you will see. And now guys, we're going to correct the last video because I'm sorry I made it wrong. Here the Annihilator, what you can do first things to check if how a tank can be good. Seeing its characteristics is quite interesting. Yes, it's quite interesting because of course if you want a high if you want a tank that pens a lot, you will not use the, the Annihilator, as I told you. If you want an accurate tank, don't use the Annihilator because Annihilator isn't the most accurate tank. You can put even fast shells, but it depends on you because these shells are actually quite fast, in my opinion. You can see right here. You can see 8 gun depression, good aiming time, good depression. I really suggest you Blitz Hunger. Blitz Stars only to check your personal stats, but Blitz Hunger is way better statistic to. As you see, improved engine booster for the Annihilator. Right here, right now. It has already a camo, I think. As you see here, just tells you 281 the tank spots, 256. And the most important things, this isn't very important. Even this isn't very important because it doesn't tell you even hold down or other things, but to make a database is very hard. And the error that I made, I didn't have this. What is this? This is a 3D a 3D model of the tank that to start the armor. For example, I told you that this tank wasn't good on side scraping. It actually is. It actually is very good on side scraping. Very good. Look here, 250, 199. Just remember that this is a tier 7. Here here is a little bit problematic here. But to make side scraping is not a problem. It could be a problem because you have a frontal turret, so you have to angle it quite well, the tank, of course, and it can be quite problematic. But this tank is a good side scraper. Even the side armor is very good. Here is very good. Here, no, honestly, not the best side armor, because for a tank like that, I'd compare with as I told you, I compare with the Gravedigger. That, as you see, has a way better side armor. Gravedigger is super good at side scraping, way better than the Annihilator. The turret isn't the best. Just let me put even ancient. I don't think that shows you ancient armor. Yeah, as I told you, it didn't see you ancient armor. But even with the last one tank event that is very low rated. No, the Lopus, sorry guys, the Lycan. Lycan isn't good for scraping, but look the side armor of this tank. The side armor of this tank is actually very good. Not good for scraping because of the pink nose, but if you actually manage to do the wiggling, this is very great tank. Just counting that this tank has 10 degrees of gun depression, but this tank plays another playstyles. After that, frontal armor isn't the best, honestly, because here 150 millimeters, here 159, but you have to shoot right here, because if you shoot right there, it bounces. 179, the upper plate is actually quite good, honestly. Here is a little bit bad. When you're, I'll show you how to hold down with a simple trick. The lower plate isn't the best. So the hull isn't the best, but isn't the greatest. Just look at the Gravedigger as a way better hull. Just look at here, 190 and 300 more. But Gravedigger is quite difficult to angle because you have actually to do side scraping and hide this point. This weak point is very large, but not flat. And the Lapus, yes, very good upper hull, but not the best, not the greatest lower plate, of course. Coming out to an later. So what's the strong point of this tank? The turret. The turret is quite strong in this tank, honestly. The turret is very strong. Okay, here 205, 210, 264, 500, 300, 400, 243. Yeah, this could be his weak spot, but it will be very hard to hit it. And but when you're aiming at an enemy tank, you have to put this one here because 206 it could be a quite bad weak spot. But if you actually put it up, it could be better. 240, 290, no, not the greatest. And the cupola is a weak spot. The turret of the Gravedigger here is a weak spot. But if you're going here, 255, if 400, 194, the cupola is quite weak. And remember, the Gravedigger doesn't have any gun depression, so it has to fight like that. But the Gravedigger is actually quite tall, so you don't have any problems. The turret of the Lycan is very strong, honestly. Quite underrated because of maybe these cheeks. But look at the year 278. The gun mantlet is quite strong, honestly. But when you're going to hold down, this tank has a little bit problem here. It is going to be easy pen there, right down there. So I don't suggest to go or 10. You can actually go there or 10, shoot, and going back. With this tank, of course, you cannot get the pressure of this tank. It sucks, honestly. But with this tank, it doesn't suck. This tank is a very great tank for hold down. How to make an hold down position? Just make something like that. These are the videos. Sorry. Put it like here, or maybe point it at you with a camera. Point this one here, and you study the armor of the turret. Quite simple. Quite very simple. But the tank is the problem. It's quite tall. I think. Let me check. Size 657 meters. Let me check. I think Gravdica is actually bigger than the tank. 4 459 220. Yeah, Gravdica is actually taller. With the Lycan, the hold down is quite good on hold down. In a hold down position. Did I grab this? You can actually go right here and look how damn is strong this tank can hold down. Very strong tank. And is much smaller than the Annihilator 20. Actually, the Annihilator is actually tall like the Lycan. Yeah, tall like the Lycan because this is how long it is. I think how wide or how high. Just let me check with another tank. It's hunger. Yeah. Let me check with the He100. It could be how is tall. Yeah, because the one is actually a very tall tank. No, how it is large because Lycan isn't taller than the Annihilator, of course. I'm sorry if I make some. This video could be quite boring, but I had to correct myself. This tank is good on hold down position. Yes, it's good on hold down position as we saw. Very great armor in the frontal turret. That the turret, these cheeks remembers like the Tankerstein ones. Good assay scraping, yes. Good yes and good no, because you have to hide your upper plate. But not so much because if a shot goes here, like just look the armor, really stands up, really make a peak of armor. A little bit tricky point here. Okay, here 0 millimeters of armor. 0 millimeters of armor. Here, quite tricky even right here. Like, if someone is lucky, can pen you with Vechi right here. After with Vechi right under there. The the back of this tank is quite weak. In all down is great because this part is angled, but right here on this side, this is the best tank. Good rear armor turret. And I was just here to talk you about the Annihilator. I just correct myself with these errors. I will repeat how to obtain the Annihilator. You have to buy the book or the petroleum book that gives you 30 levels and 2 plasmation per day, just like the Lycans one. And we can make check the spike, but honestly that is a medium tank and nobody really wants this tank. It's like the normal one. But honestly, it's quite cool. Aesthetically, it's cool. Just look here. Aesthetically, is very nice. Like the Annihilator, instead of the Annihilator, can be a little bit ugly, but I love it. I really love this tank, how it looks. And I'm not normal, but I really like how the Annihilator looks and how the Spike looks. These are very well made tanks, honestly. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, put a like. If you don't, put a dislike. Go and put the dislike on the other video, and I'll see you in the next move, in the next in next video. Bye bye.